you get the skill ceiling of an assassin who can really take advantage of these skill shots and this movement without the dire squishiness of like a Hayabusa or a Ling pickup there. So, and I feel like that's been the big thing of why Suyo has been like a prime pickup, and especially for a person like Hotun, who does, I feel like from the games I've watched, is mechanically sound with a lot of his picks.
There's a lot of heroes here that they cannot choose on each side of the team. So I'm very happy to see what maybe the choices that they will choose this time around, right? With the global bans, this is going to be very interesting.
Okay, so bring the funny. Let's see beautiful plays, okay? And also more assassins. And Ling, oh wow, you said about Ling, I forget the last time I see a Ling in our players, because also he got his nerf and nevermore we see him. So why? He's a strong character, okay? He just do this one item and obviously he can just fight against everyone. Not everyone. 1v1. Well, let's talk about 1v1 situations. He's good at it. But
Yeah.
we don't see it anymore, and I like it so much to see the assassin meta because of this. And remembering, also in Brazil, we don't have players too funny, and that's a little funny because in the other places like Philippines and they love it funny. But here in Brazil, we don't have this feeling. The only player who like it more and do a right play about with the funny is Luizinho. Luizinho, I forget how team he is right now, but I will search for you guys to remember it. But he's the only one who plays with funny in Brazil in the competitive.
I am fairly sure he's actually picked Fanny as well. And I feel like there were a lot of reasons. You say you don't see Fanny a lot and there's only one person. I think that match even showcased the reason why we don't see Fanny or some of those other assassin pickups as well, because a lot of those assassins, they rely on to the purple buff. That makes a huge target for your team, a huge weak point that you need to watch out for, that the enemy can just, boom, just go for his purple buff, take that out. They put that on timer too. So I think he got like 1 or 2 purple buffs during that match, and then the enemy was just basically all over their jungle. Not just that, but I feel like there's so many yes boxes that need to be checked for everything to go perfectly for an assassin to have a good early game, to be a threat during the mid, getting all of the buffs that they need to really be able to be successful. Whereas other ones, they're able to sit at the Lord Pit longer. They've got a lot more defense. They can make a lot more mistakes that it doesn't end the entire game for them. That right now, just Assassin's just not in a good place. We do see the bans coming through for both of these teams now. Wondering, we still haven't seen a Zeshian pickup yet, I think, for either team, ban or pickup for either of them.
I don't remember the bans in Zetian.
Yeah, I can't remember if Zeshian was banned or not.
I think not.
But
I think not.
okay. But it's, yeah, at least they're making sure that they're not gonna have to deal with that Harith, because they went ahead and banned that out, picking up the Eve or Ivy that you guys call it here at the Brazil. So
Sometimes you call Ivy. Sometimes. But Eevee, it's more natural.
Eevee,
Remembering also the Farsa, we call Farsa too, but some players, some pro players, call them Fasha. Why? I'm not know why. I think it's because in Brazil, I think because in Brazil, a few years passed. I don't know. I always go before and things like that. But in the past, all the things we writing about P and 8 was Barca, things like that. But in the reality, in my generation, they switched the P8 to sound like an F.
Oh, of course, yeah.
We have like Farmácia in my grandpa's, and now it's Farmácia because it's an F right now for us to say. So I think it's because of this they call Fasha but I don't know why. They're just playing again.
We got that Genevieve and the Hilda here being chosen. Hilda over here will be great at invading and making sure that the other jungle does not get their gold. But as I heard before, Hilda is hard to keep that momentum going if her team is not doing well.
Wow.
Yeah, Hilda, I feel like here, the Guinevere and Hilda, depending on what we go with the mid lane, you're going to have a pretty easy early game to be able to kind of try to get those invades. The problem that comes out is it's an early Hilda pickup, and they immediately answer back with a Fredrin. And Hilda shines when it's like a squishier fighter or assassin that you can harass throughout the jungle, and you can really kind of be a threat. Like, is this a Fredrin? He's gonna see a Hilda and he's gonna be like, okay, I'm just gonna take this damage and try to get my minion here with my retribution. Not just that, but you got a very strong XP lane too with the Sora. Ooh, and then we're gonna go ahead and pick a lot of mobility coming out of the non-Hilda pickups coming up from DreamMax as well.
I think it's good. The DreamMax also have a momentum to the early game axes. Again, we for the moment have a little scale. We like to see how the Kimi works. She's have a lot of builds she can try to just finish the game. Also, we have in the north the Malefic. No, not the Malefic. The okay, let me. Yes. I think it's wait. I will see again.
The one that gives you range.
Yeah. Malefic gun. Yes. The Malefic gun, who is also good for the range to more basic attacks, and it's good because we see how Kimi sometimes have this close range or medium range, and it's good for launching an ultimate for a long distance, but not for doing like a close call to a Fredrin likes to side or entering in the range of the ultimate of Ivy is not cool. So why in this build it's good for her to just being safe for some moment.
This Kimmy's was it her ultimate? Does it stop Sora's combo at all? Like or is...
I believe Sora becomes untargetable when she's using her shifting skies and things like that. That's a big thing, especially because some of those punches, it's not just Sora's just got so much. She got CC, she pushes, she becomes invulnerable during some of her abilities.
And you want more?
And really, it's just like, there's so much that Sora can do, and that's why she's such a priority pickup, he's such a priority pickup for a lot of these teams. He is, there's just, you can have them very, very low, and then you just activate this one ability, and you're not able to touch him. And so that's going to be a real issue here, especially with getting back to the front, to the back line of this composition here. It's interesting. We've got a good kite composition coming from DMX, and they can catch people. But I feel like the engagement is going to be very interesting on the side of Influence Rage. They wisely take out the Hylos. I've talked about this before. Hylos and Eve are that duo that it's almost cheesy. How easy it is for engagements when you have the real world manipulation come down, the Hylos glorious pathway. You're basically the enemy team is trying to crawl away from you at that point. Here, Khalid is going to be a great force to kind of go up against the Hilda for that early game as well.
Okay, we have two picks here. Interesting. First, we don't have the Hylos. Sad, but also we have a good ultimate to just do the early game more fighting early game, and we have Fury, who have a signature hero for him. He likes a lot being with this Moskov, so let's see if he's not if I will say this good things for him and he do the right things in the game, because I'm sad because I say a lot of good things about Syndra and he just not perform. So I will stay quiet. Okay, again, I will stay quiet. I'm good.
I don't know. For me,
I will
I'm
survive.
feeling like this draft on that's a good one. Very elusive. The draft on Influence Rage side seems more likely to win, in my opinion, but I'm not sure. I know they have the shred carry. She like shreds tanky people. They have 3 frontliners here.
They want a combo, right? They want that we have a composition. Don't look like we have a combo, but if we think about some ultimates, we can have a beautiful combo. I think this about DreamMax. But in also Influence Rage, we don't have the disengage, but we have forms to not take that combo because, as you say, Sora just being invulnerable. We have Furry who have some dashes. We Steph in the ultimate don't take some CC. So I think who starts first will win the fight.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting as we move to game 3. I agree too. You've got a lot of, as we call it, wombo combo potential on the side of DreamMax. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump right into this game point for both of these teams. Influence Rage and DreamMax fighting for their slot in the playoffs as we move into the early game here. As I was saying before, I agree with you. There's a lot of different things that meld well together on DreamMax, whether it's catching a stun and then another stun and then another stun, which has a great fluidity to it. On the side of Influence Rage, we've got a lot of setting potential, a lot of things that can catch the enemy off guard, whether it's the real world manipulation, the raging sandstorm that can come out from Steph as well. Oh, Fredrin actually, Hultoon tried to come in there to try to steal away that Litho Wanderer, but there was 4 members of DreamMax there trying to protect that out.
Remembering DreamMax have other composition things like split. Also, I'm being sad because I'm not seeing this real split in other games having here in the Mobile Legends. So they have the potential. They have a condition a little about 1-3-1, missing a tank about controlling, but they have this opportunity. And as you say, the chain CC is good for. We having the jump about Guinevere, we have the ultimate about King, we have the Chai with the second ability and the ultimate. So this all together in one player, obviously he need to die. He don't need. It's obviously he will. If he survives, is the other thing. We call the remake match because it's not right.
Yeah, interesting. As we go in here, King gonna go ahead and scoop that up. I'm actually very curious. I've never seen a Benedetta against the Sora. I don't know actually who wins that lane out there. A great job by DreamMax to go ahead and put the force up at the top right before this turtle comes out. It's gonna give them prime position. Ooh, Steph gets caught with a pop up there into the Violet Requiem. Is gonna get taken down by. We do have the RWM coming out for the side of Syndrek, but he gets taken down immediately. Blink on the back end gets taken down as well. 2 for 2 for both of these teams, but it does look like Influence Rage on a good position for this turtle. King fighting for it. J-Cat coming from the back end, trying to keep that distance up. Oh, gets caught in the turtle pit. Uses that dash to doesn't get away, repositions in the turtle pit, which allows Influence Rage to immediately latch on to Chaikai.
So, as we know about these compositions, is like you get the first start, you take out the resources to just have the kill, you kill the roaming, but you forget the Influence Rage also have ultimates to use. So when Syndra just use the ultimates, it's over. And we see the Moscow Fury tries to use the spear, but also don't connect. Sad, but it's life. So King have your first item. It's a strong item. It's assassin item. The 7 Cs. Okay, 7 Cs. So they have more about the pick-off sense in the DreamMax right now.
Yeah, it's really interesting that both XP laners sitting at 2 kills apiece here, so they're actually very strong. It's very interesting to see the Benedetta. I think I brought this up before too. I don't know how they go against each other. Usually when it comes to going up against a Sora, the only way to really counter it is to try to be as much of a nuisance as Sora is to the enemy team, so that you can kind of like offset the type of plays that they can make here. Right now sitting at 3 and 2 apiece, Blink getting that information, giving it to their team. As we go on though, I think Xena brought it up before too. Once you start getting on your back foot on this Hilda once you start getting on your back foot, you start getting behind, sometimes it can be very hard for a Hilda to become useful for the team. She doesn't really shine in group scenarios. You want her to tank, you want her to harass. And unfortunately for this composition, as I'm talking about that, she gets ganged up by 3 members. In comes King, putting out the damage on that Benedetta, is able to find an escape, but it does not reply. Blink is down, another kill for Influence Rage.
That's good. Nice pick off they do. Influence Rage have this mobility to just make the strongest composition. Also, they don't have the art to do all this, but calling about CC, about Fury using the wall to the spear, and Hotung that's provoking. Oh, flash? No, that's just ultimate. Okay, and they will pick up this tower. It's a 4v2. Oh,
they're looking for an engagement here. A nice little, a beautiful SOD there by Fury, but they are going to be able to take down Steph. It might be a communication issue. Ooh, on the back end, Sandrak in a little bit of trouble there, getting taken down by King. Oh. Fury trying to answer back, is able to find the kill. But I feel like there was a little bit of a miscommunication there because Steffi stayed under the tower while Fury used the SOD to reposition, got in back of this, and he's like, all right, deuces, I'm out. And Steph was just like, oh, wait a minute, we're not trying to defend this, and then got taken down. But fortunately for Influence Rage, they were able to answer back.
I'm feeling this since the first game. Influence Rage don't have the communication because I know it's a tower. You were more tanky when you're behind your tower, so you can have some fights. Obviously, you can take the control.
Ooh, what a great example of what we were talking about. That CC to CC that you can put out there. Chimera gets taken out there. Arctic with a great shot there as well. Steffi is down. But that kill we just saw from Hotoon, it was the jump coming in from jump style on that Guinevere. Then King came in with the final blow. And then like it was a wrap there after that. So they were able to CC Hotoon down to almost into a coma there. Sitting at 6-6, evening out for both teams right now.
And I think the Influence Rage and also the DreamMax are so crazy to not use Purify about all these compositions because it's just like this. One shot, about 1 CC, it's over. You can do nothing. And remembering, we see the Fredring having 1 item. It's not the most tanky one. He just used a good item just for don't take a lot of CC, but we see he just taking all the CC anyway. So the damage is different. So for this game, we need to see other things. We need to see the Influence Rage showing what they came for. So it's now or never. Let's go.
Yeah, and actually King takes a little bit of damage on the back end. Chaikai, I saw, picked up the Sky Piercer again. It's been one of those common items that you do see on a Kimmy early game. Ooh, a big jump does catch on a Hotoon. The rest of the team is right there to kind of collapse on there. Real Wood Manipulation slams down onto the ground, catches jump style, and on the back end, Steffi able to take down Chimera. 2 down for the side of DreamMax, and it looks like that turtle even went over to Influence Rage as well.
Oh my god, King with this HP. So we have the difference because we see the jump style doing the right thing. He just made the jump in the Hotung, but he just don't connect it. He just don't do the ultimate things. The team don't follow him, so he just accepted. Then Steph do the ultimate and the targets change it. And then we see jump style suffering. Also a good CC momentum. And then Influence Rage guaranteeing the objective.
Yeah, right now, big pressure onto the mid lane right now. DreamMax seem to have kind of lost a little bit of stuff. This kind of comes down to like just being able, your team, I feel like team synergy is going to be the biggest thing for this game as well. Influence Rage have showed some slippage there as well. DreamMax, their composition absolutely needs to have communication. You need to be able to understand who's going first, who's going to be able to get the CC on there. We talked about jump style. You said he went in, got the jump, and I think I even had the Violet Requiem, but then decided against it as the entirety of Influence Rage collapsed around him immediately. Maybe the target too, unless you're trying to upset the retribution coming from Hotoon, and that, I don't think they were at a position yet to really be doing that. Hotun should not be your target unless you're trying to stall that retribution and get it yourself.
3.5 more gold have Influence Rage right now. They also have in all your players for 500 to 800 in the difference about the gold lane, I guess. So have some difference. And DreamMax just took the beginning of this game so better to Influence Rage just be more better in this point of game. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
You can see Arctic just dives into the middle of the Lord Pit, allows Hotun
and he survives?
to pick off the retribution. Steffi finds a kill onto jump style. Real world manipulation stops Blink. Hotun on the back end, looking for a kill, trying to chase him down. Fury decides to turn his attention to the lane. But the bravery or the gall of Arctic to just jump, he's just wandered past the entire team of DreamMax into the Lord Pit there to be able to get that shifting skies and allow Hotun to be able to get that retribution as well.
I don't know why I seen Arctic doing that thing. I say like, damn, why he do this? Why? Why? He take everything and he survives. And like, I want to be his best new friend. I want to learn this because it's different. We can't do, oh, the ultimate? Oh, pass it away. I see in the minimap. But all the force we have in here about this new potential minions, about the laning phase, about the tower 2 in the right moment, it's good for Influence Rage. 9-6 in the score. And remembering, it's the last for the BO3. The next winner here is the 2-1, I guess. The 2-1 in the series.
Yeah, they're looking for it here as we take a look at some of the items here. 800 gold lead there by Syndrak, who already does have the glowing wands, got the anti-heal out there. I was talking about this before. Kimmy has went ahead and got the early game Sky Piercer, but really, I mean, Chaekite hasn't died. We've seen before, Chaekite actually had one of their best games last week on the Kimmy. Does a great job of positioning. Here, it feels like they're able to do a good job of keeping the Kimmy at bay, keeping the Kimmy away from a lot of these fights, or maybe just the CC style of this composition really doesn't benefit when you get the stuns and you're trying to look for a burst to get people down. And Chaekite, the Kimmy, it's more of a sustained damage that you can do. And I feel like a lot of these fights are over before they can get into a position to really be a threat.
Sometimes I see the Latin and the Mobile Legends in general and miss two things. One is laning phase, is something I miss a lot. We don't have this all the time in Mobile Legends. And mid laners, mages being carry is something we don't see. Also, we have a lot of mid laners working with a secondary style, like doing support things, not more support, more roaming things than the roaming. So this makes me a little sad. But it's the style of the game, I understand, but I also want to see more, because Shy have the potential, Syndra have the potential. They show us a lot of things today, also in this position, but the true carry, just about, okay, it's a furry, the true carry and Chimera, does also have the guild scale, but nothing. Whoa, wait. Damn, oh my god.
What? I thought there were players there for a second. Their Fury got decimated and dusted. That's going to go ahead and set up DreamMax. They immediately beeline for the Lord Pit as soon as they take down the biggest damage from the side of Influence Rage. You can see Steffi on the back end trying to get that information. Arctic hiding in the top bush, looking for an opportunity.
Beautiful.
Onto Chimera, but Chimera dashes away, is able to get the safety, and now Arctic in trouble. Real world manipulation is able to protect them. Down goes Blink. DreamMax and Influence Rage, both teams sitting at 4 people on the board, but Influence Rage with that kill getting into a great position for this next Lord.
Moskov is back. He has his ultimate. Don't split it up.
He's
oh!
style comes in. I even stopped because I'm like, there's no way they lose this. We're gonna go ahead and toss it to Henrique. He can style it out, smoothen it, and they go ahead, steal it. Jump Style said, nope, I'm not done yet. We can still get this. Jumps in there, able to steal the Lord away from Influence Rage. As we take a look at these items, Henrique.
My God, please, his name is Jump Style. It's obviously he can jump into this Lord things, okay? And he take it. And now we see a difference. Now we see the DreamMax have 50 more, 500 more gold in the XP lane. Okay, Influence Rage continues to be the strongest one. But now with the Lord, now with this Tower 2, they have more money to be more aggressive. And all the advantage we see in the Influence Rage have, 2k or 3k, now it's going to a 0, and DreamMax just going to draw it.
Yeah, and right now, the Lord kind of pressing down. DreamMax have a new-found confidence about them. There's still some gold. Actually, their gold matched up right now. Jump misses the jump in the backside. Immediately disengages, but that's going to open up this top high ground tower. Mid lane down to the high ground as well. The base has been cracked open by DreamMax, and all it took was a Jump Style being able to turn around and snatch up a Lord. They didn't even win the fight. He just went in, grabbed the Lord, and skedaddled out there, and the Lord pressure was enough to even things out for DreamMax.
Jump for zoning and like, look, if I wanted to do something, huh? I'm watching you, guy. I'm watching. But this is the style of jumping, jump style. This is good for the DreamMax, but also having this tree tower. Is it right to you guys? The tower 3? It's
the high ground towers is what we call it.
Okay. The high ground we call like T3, something like that.
It's T3 too. You can call it that.
Okay, so this high ground is good now because the pressure about the minions all the time, you can't just do nothing about it. And remembering, it's the other side of the map have the Lord. So this tower is amazing for the DreamMax to came back to the game right now. So what they need to do now is just relax, left depression goes to the base in the Influence Rage, and then starts the objective. If they try to fight, they will lose.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as bad as having all the high grounds down where you have super minions, but, and especially because you've got Fury on your team. So you've got Moskov who can basically split push, put all the damage out here, and he'll be able to use the Spear of Destruction to join the fight as it comes to the Lord Pit as well. He does have to be a little bit careful here. You can see here Blink trying to find a good opportunity. Goes in at the top lane. They have a little bit of an engagement there. He's trying to get onto Fury. Fury dashes away as we go on with the Lord Pit style. Jump Style able to find a kill there. Jump Style able to take down the Lord while Chakite finds a kill. And this was all at an even fight too, 4-4, as Blink was away from that fight at the top lane, fighting with Fury.
They don't have the best front line because Blink just do these things, and they don't have the marksman, the powerful one. I guess I try to I'm thinking about he's just clear the wave and use the spear to his ultimate to came to the Lord fight, but not happen, and then he just not fight with Blink also good. But okay, now Lord is coming up. One more tower, 2 more towers. I get maybe.
Arctic got caught with the beautiful Violet Requiem into the Electo final blow. Now Lord at the gates, Influence Rage fighting for their lives here. Look at the damage going onto the core, and DreamMax walk away from this series with a series victory.
Wow, what a turnaround that was. Influence Rage was dominating the field, then Jump Style just stealing that Lord right then and there, turned everything around, and Influence Rage did not have an answer on how to deal with that upset. That was something else. But that's what I love about Mobile Legends, the fact that it could be, you never know who's going to win the game.
That's good. I will not lie. That's so good. And remembering, we seen the DreamMax in the early game doing the wombo combo things, doing the force of the composition, doing the Benedetta things, and it's good. it's really good. But in the middle, this changing to the early to mid game, we've seen more the force of the influence rage composition. They're showing a lot of respect. The Moskov also is not hitting with the spear, right? This ultimate for the team. So it's always a 4v4 situation or a 4v5 because of this. And so he needs to stay always in the split, but no tower for him. So
it's almost because like that last fight too. He was on the split trying to clear out the lane, immediately got engaged by I believe it was Blink on the Hilda. As soon as the turtle fight, or the Lord fight started. So immediately now he has to blink away. He can't even SOD out, because if he throws that out there, he's gonna get caught by the Hilda. And if he goes in with the SOD, he no longer has his dash anymore. So it was so masterfully done. And then you talked about King, a great game by King, especially comboed with jump style, Violet Requiem, immediate Electo final blow underneath that. Absolutely exploded Arctic on this Sora pickup as well as that for that last fight. And that they were doing that basically the entire time.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to be more his friend. Okay, he's just do the composition well, so he dies. It's all perfect in the same line. What are we saying in this analysis table? Congratulations to DreamMax Sports, and remembering that we have a King with the battle spell called
Petrify?
Yes, Petrify, who's also is one more CC to this composition, just to be more boring thing to do. So remembering the highlights we're seeing here is good. We're seeing the first fight in the turtle. We're seeing how the composition is very well. So we started with this combo. So we guess about how they just put all these ultimates to one guy and then the falling, because as we say, 5v5 situation, we use 3 ultimates, they have 5 to using you, 4 because one is dead. But also we say about how Steffi and the Khalid is fast, just doing the passive things and came into fight for objectives. So the fights during a lot of time, then Steffi died and back to help his team. So this is amazing.
Yeah, I think we're going to see here Hotun when he gets double teamed here. You're going to see the Violet Requiem. Yeah, there. And then the cutthroat or the Electo final blow come down, and he just gets absolutely shredded. And they were doing that the whole game for a lot of players there. Even the Steffi felt it in that first engagement where we saw underneath the turtle there. So they were always in a great position for that. Always working for it as well. I wonder if we're going to have that last Lord pickup as well. You can see here real world manipulation came out as well. I believe this fight went over to Influence Rage. They had a great time through the mid game, but ultimately eventually got caught up. I believe here. I don't think it was here just yet, but ultimately the SOD, he was able to come in. There was a last fight where the SOD just was not able to come out just yet, and DreamMax stuck to their plan. It did feel like a little bit more back and forth. Okay, I believe this is going to be the fight where Hotun accidentally lets it go out to jump style, but that's gonna be enough for the highlights there.
Yeah, now let's spotlight the player who stole the show. Our MVP
Nice.
here is Shy Kite with the 712 KDA, 34.9k total damage, and 665 golds per minute. The fact that she did not die a lot and did a lot of damage brought that back for them at the end of the game. She started to do a lot.
We're seeing a lot of things about the Steffi using ultimate and the flicker just to engage, but the team just not connected with them. One more time, we're saying about this miscommunication. We're feeling about the influence rage. But other thing I want to say is I'm proud of Arctic because have a lot of time I'm not seeing a Sora using this assassin mode. It's also just a tanky one, the fighter mode. And seeing the assassin again is good.
Yeah, there's that last fight there where they absolutely blew up Arctic with that beautiful combo. Chekai also was able to get MVP last week as well on the Kimmy. So I feel like it's something that she's actually